rocking with the best. Debates get hot, boy. I am so many fresh. I talk cash money like I'm Birdman. Tackle topic straight on, no swerving. All facts is what I'm serving. No one's better or more deserving than me. I bring that heat like Miami on a whole nother level, like I'm tiny. I prove points for helping you visualize, using data that's analyzed by eagle eyes. Get your mind right and act like you know. You are now tuned into the Real Untouchable podcast.
Hey, what it do, sports world, and welcome to the Real Untouchable podcast, man, with me, Ray Diggs. I got a great segment for you all, man. I want to talk about Clark, Angel Reese, the latest showdown, and why I feel like that this will never be a real rivalry. And I'm explaining to y'all why I feel that way. Before I get started, man, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and also the share button. And make sure y'all give me your feedback on what you all think about this segment. And also, if you got anything to say, make sure you put it in the comment section. We can talk about it. We can discuss it. We can debate it. We can do whatever you want to do about it. Okay? But hey, let's talk about it. As you all know, last week, the Fever played against the Sky. And it was a pivotal point in the game in which, well, it wasn't a pivotal point. It was a point in the game where Clark ended up fouling Angel Reese. Angel Reese reacted kind of different, wanted to fight her, go at her because she think that it was a bad foul, in which it was pretty much a common sense foul. That's what I like to call it. It was pretty much a common sense foul. If you got somebody that's wide open up under the goal, of course you're going to foul them and make them go to the free throw line, which she can't make free throws. So why not foul her and make her go to the free throw line and shoot those two shots, which that's what Clark did. Now, Angel Reese got mad and she jumped up and she got all up in, wanted to fight. But let me tell y'all something. Why I feel like this right here was just a publicity stunt on Angel Reese's part. Okay, these two young ladies has faced off in the WNBA. Now, we ain't talking about college. Okay, they faced off twice in college. Angel Reese ended up winning, winning a championship or whatever. Clark never won a championship in college. And for people that know, I'm not the biggest Clark fan. So it ain't like that I'm taking up for her. But I'm gonna be honest about this entire situation. Now, these two young ladies has faced off 5 times in their WNBA career. Clark is 4-1 against her. Now, Clark in her career, she had 42 games. She's averaged 19 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 8 assists. Okay, shooting 90% from the free throw line. Angel Reese has played 35 games. She's averaging 13 points, 13 rebounds. And she's shooting 39% from the field, 22% from 3, and 73% from the free throw line. Clark has made all NBA, all WNBA, first team. She have an all-star. Angel Reese also have an all-star appearance up under her belt as well. So both of these young ladies has pretty much performed, I guess, okay in their first. Clark has performed good, even though her team wasn't that good last year, but she's performed good in her second year. Well, right now, she performed good in her first year statistical wise, but her team, it did not, equate to wins. But Angel Reese, she had a basic season. She had just a basic season. Let me explain to y'all why I feel like this right here can never be a real rivalry. Let's go back to when it was a rivalry. When it was Bird versus Magic. Bird was at Indiana. Magic was at Michigan State. They came into the NBA. You had 2 great players, a point guard and a small forward. Both of them can score. Both of them can pretty much, Larry Bird was a 3-point specialist. He could pretty much dribble. He could pretty much play hard defense for the Boston Celtics. Then you had Magic. He was Showtime Lakers. Clark and Angel Reese is not the same with those two. You got one on one side, you got Angel Reese. She's a below average scorer. She's a hell of a rebounder. I'm not saying she's just the best defensive player. Then on the other hand, you have Clark, who's a hell of a scorer. She shoot threes like Steph Curry from the logo. She ain't Steph, but she shoot threes from the logo. So we say she's the female version of Steph Curry. And she's gotten better with the pass. So she's averaging 8-9 assists per game. So when we look at these two players, the reason why I feel like It's kind of compare a hell of a player to Dennis Rodman at the end of his career. I'm saying Angel Reese is Dennis Rodman, and then Caitlin Clark is Steph Curry. That can never be a rivalry. Steph Curry can never be a rival with Dennis Rodman. Steph Curry can never be a rivalry with Ben Wallace. You see what I'm saying? Like Steph Curry can never be a rivalry with a player that just comes out there and gets 17 rebounds and 9 points. It can never happen. And the reason why, like, we look at LeBron James rivalry is Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Or Kobe Bryant, because they're equal. Caitlin Clark is equal to probably, A'ja Wilson. Like, I'm not saying she's on that level right now, but that's who I would pretty much put her. Like, that could be a rivalry. Because A'ja Wilson is gonna come out there and she's gonna give you that work. She's gonna give you about 28 to 30. She's gonna give you about 12 to 15 rebounds. And she's probably gonna give you about 2 or 3 blocks. That can be a rivalry. That A'ja Wilson and Diana Taurasi. I mean, not Diana Taurasi, Brianna Stewart. That can be a rivalry. The reason that can be a rivalry because those are two players that can basically score, rebound. They can do everything. They can lead their team to a championship. That's why you give these two teams. That's why that can be a rivalry. I can't see Angel Reese leading the Chicago Sky to a championship. Now I can damn near see out the corner of my eyes Caitlin Clark leading the Indiana Fever deep into the playoff, possibly one day winning a WNBA championship. I can possibly see that. You see what I'm saying? That's why this right here can never be a real rivalry. They can just hate each other all they want to, which I think they hate each other. I think they don't like each other, and they probably come out and say, yeah, I got love for her. But deep down inside, I don't think they like each other at all when it comes to Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. But it can never be a rivalry like the WNBA was trying to make it be. The WNBA know that they need this rivalry. But Caitlin Clark has gotten better. Angel Reese is damn near still the same. Her game is damn near still the same, if not worse. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all sit there and y'all bash me. When I said over the summer, I said that while Caitlin Clark is getting better, Angel Reese is on everybody's podcast, including our own podcast, talking about the WNBA gonna have to pay. The WNBA, if they don't come with the money, we gonna walk out. We gonna be a lockout. Angel Reese, the last thing you should be thinking about is a lockout. The last thing you should be thinking about is walking away from any type of money. The reason why is because you view yourself as a max WNBA player, when in reality, you are damn near a bare minimum player or the middle of the pack player. That's all you can ever be. You can never be A'ja Wilson. You can never be Brianna Stewart. You can never be Kelsey Plum. You can never be none of those hell of a players like that right there. And that's the reason why I say that she should have been, instead of being on podcast, she should have been in the gym working on her three-point shot, working on her free throw shots, working on how to get better in the post. See, everybody wanted to bash me. Everybody want to be like, man, you hating on the black one. You hating on. See, that's the problem that I got with everybody. Y'all want to sit here and make excuses when a player ain't getting no better. If she was doing less talking and more practicing, I promise you, I feel. And we got somebody sitting here looking at me right now. He talking about I'm sitting there bashing Angel Reese. No, I ain't bashing Angel Reese. What I'm saying is this: if she was sitting there getting better and doing less talking, then we won't even be having this conversation right now. Tonight, Angel Reese was 0 for 8. 2 for 6 from the free throw line. She had 2 points. She had 2 more points than me, and I would never went near the game. She had 12 rebounds though. And that's right there what I'm trying to explain. You can never sit here and talk the way she was talking on her podcast, like she the 3rd best player in the WNBA. Like she was the 4th best player. Hell, the 5th best player. I'm looking at her. And if she keep playing the way she playing, with the way the WNBA is set up, I'm not saying they'll cut her, but I damn sure think they'll trade her. Just my opinion. I don't see her being where she's at right now if she do not continue to get better. You can't go 0-8, 0 for 8, 2 for 6 from the free throw line and think you're gonna still play in a WNBA. And then you talking about you gonna walk up out of a meeting? Walk out of a meeting with who? You need to set that. Matter of fact, you don't even be thinking about coming in the room with the superstars and the stars. You need to be sitting at the crib. That's where you need to be. You need to be at the crib. Now, Caitlin Clark, she can come into the room, with the rest of the stars and the superstars because she's on her way to being that. But the way you've been playing these first 2 games, man, I'm gonna be real. I started to record one of the plays what what Angel Reese did tonight. No lie. 4 of her 12 rebounds was on her own miss. 4 of her rebounds was on her own miss. She missed 4 straight shots and got her own rebound and still turned the ball over in the end. And then you talking about y'all gonna walk out of the room, and then you get mad at her because it was a good foul, and you sitting there getting mad talking about it was a flagrant, which in the end, and to be real with you, I feel like you're flopped. So with that being said, Angel Reese, I'm gonna say this to you one more time. You need to get your butt up off the podcast and get up off everybody. You worried about the money and start worrying about getting better at your craft. Because if you don't get better and you think that they just gonna pay a rebounder max dollars, you're sadly mistaken. And to be real with you, you might need to be worried about even getting to your second contract. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing, that this world, the way the world is run right now, let's be real. Everybody that's got that stardom, that comes into the league with that stardom, and they can't maintain it, they be forgotten about. Let's be real. I've seen WNBA players that come in with that stardom on them, and then 2 years, they're unemployed or they're traded. The WNBA is the quickest place where you can get released or traded. So with that being said, if Angel Reese do not get better and start working on her craft of being a WNBA player, she probably gonna be playing overseas. Or her and Magic Johnson can actually do what they're trying to do. She can actually be a great businesswoman, which go around, talk about finances. That will probably be better than what she's doing right now in the WNBA. She could probably just go out and sell insurance or be a car salesman or something like that, or whatever her degree is in. That would probably be better than her coming out here scoring 2 points, 0 for 8, 2 for 6 from the free throw line with 12 rebounds. 4 of those rebounds was on misses from her. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to be hard on her, but that's why I say the WNBA, y'all can try as hard as y'all want to make this a rivalry between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, but it ain't gonna never be that. It can never be a rivalry. To be a rivalry, you need to look at a person eye to eye and say that this person is on the same level as me. That's like saying LeBron James is rivalry Kyrie Irving. They can never be a rivalry because they're not on the same level. LeBron James rivalry is Kobe Bryant. Okay, I can look at Giannis and say Giannis can be a rival to him because Giannis is a talented player. He's there right there. But Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, I'm watching Caitlin Clark scoring 27, 10, and 9. I'm watching Angel Reese go 9 or 12 points, 17 rebounds, on 3 or 14. That cannot be a rivalry. A point guard that scores and assists can never be a rival with a player that all they do is come out here and get rebounds. That's like, you see what I'm saying? That's just like Magic Johnson trying to be. That's like I said. That's like Magic Johnson being a rivalry to Dennis Rodman. I'm talking about the Dennis Rodman later in his career, the one that was with the Chicago Bulls, they getting all the rebounds. To be real with you, people were trying to make it like Dennis Rodman was a a rivalry of Karl Malone. Karl Malone was to light his ass up. Like, they could never be a rivalry. Dennis Rodman coming out there getting 18 rebounds, Karl Malone scoring 30. That can never be a rivalry. He's just annoying to him. So we try to make it like it was a rivalry, but it can never be a rivalry. When you a rival somebody, you got to be on that same level as that person to be a rival. And that's why I think the WNBA, they're going to milk this as long as they can, because I think that they know, just like we know, yeah, we, us, me, that this thing here ain't going to live. It ain't going to be, I think next season, these two right here will be forgotten. I think Caitlin Clark is going to be so much better than Angel Reese. It's going to be ridiculous. And we going to be talking about, oh man, y'all remember back in the days when Caitlin Clark got beat by Angel Reese when she was at LSU? And people going to be like, oh shit, I can't remember that. That's how this is going to be. Because Caitlin Clark is getting better. Angel Reese is getting worse. It seems like her layups is getting even worse. Her threes is getting even worse. Even her free throws is getting worse. I'm not trying to bash her, but I'm speaking the truth. You need to get off the podcast and get into the gym and get better. You need to stop worrying about going to the CBA and worry about staying in the WNBA, because you possibly can be on your way overseas. And well, I'm not going to say that. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Until next time, man, y'all have a great Memorial Day weekend. I will be back. We'll be talking about a little bit more NBA. Who needs the Western Conference Final more? Is it Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or is it Ant-Man? Make sure y'all tune in for that episode. Until next time, y'all.